So you're thinking about moving to a new area and you go online and you see all these people talking great stuff about where you want to go. And we all know that that's not true. Not every area, no city is going to be perfect. No town that you're thinking about moving to is going to be perfect. And just so happens, I'm the realtor who's going to tell it straight. I want to tell you all the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you're thinking about moving to Daphne, I have found, I did a little research because quite frankly, couldn't really think of a whole lot. So I did a little research of what other people think, and possibly true, about Daphne that are negative. So what is it about Daphne would be a reason for you not to want to move here? So I've come up with six different things that are reasons why somebody might not want to move to Daphne. So here it is. Shooting straight. Google's AI told me the risk of hurricanes. Okay. Yes, we're a Gulf state. Yes, of course, we're going to have a risk of hurricanes. About a month or so, 2 months ago, I did a video on hurricanes in Alabama. So I've done a little research on this. Yes. There is a 100% chance that every house in Daphne will be affected by a hurricane if there's a direct hit in Daphne. Yes, we had one in 2020. This is 2024. Today, by the way, is November 11th, 2024. November 14th, 2024. All right, so anyway, yes, there's a risk. All right, so the thing is, with hurricanes, we just don't get hit as much, direct hits. So yes, there are risks of having hurricanes, but the fact is, and I'm taking this from the video I did last month or so, we rank number 6 as the likelihood of getting hit by a hurricane. And that was a study of, I don't know, 130 years study or something like that. I can't remember now. But it was a very long study that had been done by this university. Forget the name. You have to go look at the video. But we were ranked number 6 on the list. So yes, there's that risk of hurricanes. Number 2, traffic congestion. Absolutely. Absolutely, there can be some traffic here. Anytime you have a rapidly growing city, which Daphne is, I think there's about 29,000 people. Some of you are laughing at this point because you might live in a city of 1 million or a 500,000. I came from Virginia Beach 12 years ago, and at that time, Virginia Beach had 400,000 people. So yes, I am only talking about 29,000 people in Daphne. All right, but we're growing. So with that, you do have traffic. So most of the traffic I see, Daphne is close to the interstate, I-10. So most of the traffic I see is on the interstate. It gets backed up on the highways like Highway 98, 181 a little bit. But most of the traffic I see is on the interstate. They have to dump off somewhere in Daphne or Fairhope or Spanish Fort if they're come this way, they live here. And that's the reason why we see a lot of that traffic is because a lot of people live in Daphne, but they work in Mobile across the bay, or they even work in Pensacola and they live in Daphne. So yes, there's some traffic. If you don't want traffic, you're just going to have to find a smaller town. I mean, any place that is worth living in is going to have people that are going to be attracted to it and want to live there. So yeah, we do have some traffic, but it's nowhere near other places around the country. Google's AI told me infrastructure was another reason why people might not want to move to Daphne. Yes, I get it. With another reason for rapid growth, it would be reasonable to see that a city may struggle to keep up with infrastructure, roads, schools, that type of thing. Well, really infrastructure or roads. I have seen the city work in this area, mainly in a lot of smaller areas too, but like a main thoroughfare that they just finished up, 181, which runs right from Spanish Fort by the interstate into Daphne, that was a 2-lane road for a long time, and they made it a 4-lane road until you get into Fairhope. So that's just one example. But they're trying. I mean, there's not a lot of traffic cones everywhere. There was for a couple years there, but not right now. But I see the city not lagging behind, is what I'm saying, as far as infrastructure goes. Okay, this one, entertainment, is number 4. Entertainment offerings. I can understand this one. Okay, Daphne is not a place you're going. This is very conducive for families with children and older adults. But really, all of Baldwin County, it's just conducive for all age brackets. I'm not going to dump categories on this so far as ages and all that. There's no need for that. All I'm saying is there are not a lot of options for entertainment if your idea of entertainment is like going clubbing. All right. What we do have is we have many restaurants in Daphne and surrounding Daphne that have restaurants with back decks overlooking water and live music and that type of thing. There are things to do along those lines. Entertainment, if you're thinking about bars. Now, I quit drinking about a year and a half ago, almost. And so I don't do some of these things anymore. I might go to things, I just don't drink. But we do have there are a couple bars in Daphne that I can think of. I think Whiskey Bay, I think that's the name of it. That just opened up. That's supposed to be real nice. I haven't been in there. Another one has been around forever, Poor Nelson's, I think. No relation. So there are things to do, but so far as like strips and just multiple dozens of places to go if you want to just go out bar hopping, there's not really a whole lot to do along those lines. You're going to find a lot of parks, a lot of outdoor activities, movie theaters, putt-putt. There are all kinds of stuff like that to do. It's just your idea of entertainment. Commute time. All right, this also came up as one of the 6. All right, commute time. The average, it says, the average commute time for Daphne is 32 minutes. I don't know how they figure that stuff out. Anyway, so as I said before, this kind of goes along with the traffic thing. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people do work on the Mobile side and live in Daphne. Well, it's from one bank to the other bank is about 7 miles or so, something like that. It's a long bridge. So it's about, 10, 12 minutes just to get over there. But there's a lot of business, a lot of manufacturing and a lot of plants over in that side. So there's a lot of people who live here and go over there. So that would definitely increase commute time if that's the case in your situation. Okay, it also said housing costs might be a reason why somebody might not want to live here. Okay, this is my wheelhouse. This is what I've been doing for 20 years. I've been a realtor for 20 years. So this is what I do. And I've also lived in other parts of the country. I came from Virginia in 2012. All right, so I roll my eyes at Google's AI suggestions a little bit. Housing costs are 23%, according to this, 23% lower than the national average. All right, the median list price for a home in Daphne is $369,000, which is only 1.7% more than it was a year ago. 1.7. Again, housing costs, it's relative. Now, people may be upset that people are moving here and that's causing prices to increase. So they're a lot more than they were 2 or 3 or 5 years ago. That's a fact. They were. Houses today might be $300,000, where 4 years ago they were like $175,000. We had a big, huge spike in 2021 and 2022. And now the last couple of years they've leveled off more to a normal type market. So you just got to compare us to other parts of the country. This is saying our home prices, including rent, is 23% lower than the national average. So if you feel that these 6 things would keep you from coming to Daphne, I mean, you'll have to make that decision for yourself. But if not, if they're not so bad, give me a call. This is what I do. Hope you found this useful.